It is 6:51 right now and time for the morning sprint.
We start with an update to breaking news north of Madison this morning where part of the interstate is closed. Here's a look right now. Now this is between Lodi and Arlington, starting at Highway 60 all the way up to County Road CS. This is a live look at the scene right now where we're seeing smoke. It appears there is a fire there. We are confirmed fire here, just learning this right now on the interstate due to a crash that we're not exactly sure where. We are working for more details. Again, this is starting at Highway 60 all the way up to County Road CS where it is now at a standstill. It's been this way for close to 90 minutes right now. We're going to keep our eye on this and bring you any updates as they become available. We're also keeping an eye on the Dow or the stock futures this morning as the S&P, NASDAQ, and Dow are all up right now just a few hours before the market opens. Now, this is a good sign after seeing the worst drop on Wall Street since the start of the pandemic yesterday. Trading on Dow will start nearly 7% lower than it did Thursday. The drop came at the same time as the U.S. passed 2 million confirmed cases of coronavirus.
Wisconsin accounts for about 22,000 of those cases now. 70% have recovered. We're hoping for some better news today because the latest DHS data shows that the percent of positive COVID-19 tests here was up to 3.6% yesterday. We haven't been above 3% since June 4th.
I don't think I can emphasize enough just how critical that funding from the state is.
$40 million from the Federal CARES Act will go to Wisconsin hospitals to help make up for lost revenue during the pandemic. $32 million has already been sent to child care centers as part of the Child Care Counts program, and more is on the way. Jen Bailey is the executive director of Reach Dane, a nonprofit running child care facilities. She says a loss of revenue and increased sanitation costs makes this money all the more important.
Owen is recovering this morning after receiving the first known double lung transplant because of coronavirus in the U.S. Doctors at Northwestern Memorial Hospital in Chicago performed a 10-hour surgery last week. They say the operation was tougher than most because the woman's lungs were already severely damaged by the virus. The patient is a woman in her 20s who had no serious underlying medical conditions.
Mayo Clinic is developing a new antibody test. Existing tests show whether people have produced antibodies in response to the illness. The Star Tribune reports it's the first in the world that will be widely commercially available that identifies neutralizing antibodies. These are the proteins that your body makes after you get COVID-19. They're known to fight off the coronavirus if it comes back.
A CNN investigation shows Minneapolis police officers who faced complaints were held accountable just 3% of the time. For the other 97% of instances, officers were not disciplined. CNN looked at more than 2,000 complaints from the city's Office of Police Conduct Review between 2013 and 2019. That office is separate from the department but does work with officers to resolve complaints.
Using no-knock search warrants in Louisville is no longer allowed. It's called Breonna's Law, named after Breonna Taylor. Police entered her home and shot the 26-year-old at least 8 times after reportedly using one of those warrants. Louisville's mayor says he plans to sign the bill as soon as it hits his desk. The law would also require officers to wear body cameras while executing search warrants.
Breaking overnight, 2 teenagers now in custody connected with a shooting near Lincoln Elementary Saturday. They're accused of shooting the victim multiple times with a handgun. That person is recovering from life-threatening injuries. Police say the suspects also stole the victim's car. One of the teenagers is facing several tentative charges, including second-degree intentional homicide. The other was arrested for being a party to the crime. Remember to tune in later today. News 3 Now is going to pay tribute to the class of 2020. Tonight and tomorrow night, we'll air virtual graduation ceremonies for all of Madison's public high schools. We'll also air a special broadcast at 6:30 this evening honoring retiring staff members in the district. We have more information up on this right now at channel3000.com.
Back to that breaking news. We're just learning moments ago there is a fire on the interstate this morning. This is in the same area where 2 semis crashed just after 5 this morning. State troopers responded to that crash, and that's when another semi crashed into all of them. Again, this fire is brand new here within the last 20 minutes or so. We're unclear exactly where exactly this is or how many people are hurt or how serious injuries are right now. Here's a look at the maps right now. Again, this is on I-39 northbound from Highway 60 all the way up to County Road CS, and those backups right now over a mile and a half. Again, this is on the northbound side, so avoid that area as you can. Stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com for updates. Hattie?
And your first warned weather forecast, I'm keeping my eye on just a few showers in the northeastern part of the state. There is a chance we'll see some showers develop here in southern Wisconsin as we head towards the afternoon and evening. Our temperatures today are starting off in the 50s, but will warm up pretty quickly into the upper 70s later on this afternoon. The extended forecast looking ahead to the weekend, not a bad weekend coming up for southern Wisconsin. Lake temperatures in the mid to upper 60s right now and pretty good conditions at many beaches. On Lake Monona, though, Esther Beach is closed due to concerns for E. coli. Otherwise, here's your forecast if you are planning to head out on the lakes. We have light east-northeasterly winds on Saturday with a high of 68 degrees. We're back into the 70s on Sunday.
Live updates on the situation throughout CBS this morning.